Hello everyone, this is Satyaprakash. Welcome to my channel. In this video, I'll show you how to set up the base path using base href element in Angular. So guys, in this video also we'll discuss the significance of the base href element in Angular. So I'll discuss in this video a few points, that is what is base href element and how to set the base href element, check source tab using inspect element, execute the command to make URLs relative to the base path. So guys, before going through this video, please visit my previous videos, right? And if you are new to Angular, there is one playlist in my tutorial called Angular CLI tutorial. You'll get some basic videos, what is Angular, how to work on Angular, and what are the features of Angular. And if you want to some advanced or intermediate level videos on real-time scenario, then you'll go through my another playlist called Angular latest version tutorial. So here you'll get some ideas on the real-time scenario of Angular using web API. Let's continue with my presentation. So guys, when setting up routing in Angular application, the first step is to set the base path using the base href element. The base path tells the Angular router how to compose the navigation URLs. The browser uses the base href tag value to prefix relative URLs when reference to the CSS files, scripts, and images. During the development, we usually set this to a single /. I'll show you that in index.html. So this is my Angular project, okay, which I have shown you in my all previous videos. So I'll tell about the base href element, how to get this. Open the index.html, okay, and here you'll get the base href /, right? So this means all the URLs now will be relative to the root of the application. So when the navigate to the /list, okay, I'll show you by running my application. Terminal, new terminal, click enter. So when the Angular applications run successfully, I will show you how it will relative path match to the base path so that it will navigate to the particular request of the component. So guys, my Angular application is run successfully, okay. So I was telling about this base href element, right? So this means all the URLs now relative to the root of the application. So when we navigate to the list, okay, the path is /list will be appended to the root URL and the complete URL, okay. Now you can see this, okay. So same way, if you navigate to the create, the complete URL will be localhost port number /create. When we deploy our application to a server, means prod or UAT or QA server, we typically deploy it to a subfolder on the server. For example, if you are deploying our application, that is this Angular application, to a subfolder called coding knowledge, then we set the base href element to /coding knowledge and /, right? So this means all the URLs now will be relative to the em coding knowledge base path. So that means I'll show you within here. That means the URL will be like this: http /server name and /coding knowledge /list, okay. So the URL will be looking like this because I deploy my application inside the subfolder called coding knowledge, so that whatever we navigate to the component, it will be shown like this. The complete URL will be in prod in server will be shown as after the deployment, okay. So this is how it looks for the base href. All we set the base path. So during the development, we usually set base href element to a single /, okay, like this you can see here. So at this point, if we execute the following this command, right, ng sharp space dash o. Okay, now it will go to the URL called, this is the default URL, localhost colon port number slash list. Okay, so we'll check using inspect element on the source tab. Click on inspect, go to the sources, right? So in the source tab you can notice in the browser developer tool we can find all the scripts, right? All images and the style CSS all are available in relative to the root URL, that is localhost colon port number. Okay, so during the development, if you want a different base path other than the default /, okay, we need to execute one command to set your desired base path. So I'll show that how to set the desired path step-by-step process. Okay, so I have created one note. Okay, so here there are two ways we set the desired path in Angular. Step 1, in the index.html we need to set the base path. Okay, so we need to copy this, go to the index.html and paste here. Okay, and then next is we need to execute one command called ng sharp space dash o. Click enter. So here guys, I'm getting one error, cannot get 404. If you right click and click inspect, go to console tab, I'm getting failed to load resources 404 not found. Okay, that means something is missing from our execution side. So as per step 3, we need to execute the command to set the desired URL base path. So that is the command using ng sharp dash dash sharp hyphen path. So this command is designed to serve the application under a specific path during development. The serve hyphen path option is generally the more appropriate way to define the base path for your application. So this is the command ng build space dash dash base hyphen href and the coding knowledge using between the two slash. You can build by using this command, and to run the Angular application using the set desired path, we need to execute that command ng sharp space dash dash sharp hyphen path space / coding knowledge / and also you can use this command as well, ng sharp space dash o space dash dash sharp hyphen path space / coding knowledge /. So I need to copy this command, go to my terminal here and execute. So guys, here you can see I can see my base path whatever I set, localhost colon port number / coding knowledge / list. If you click on create, it will create a base path for create component as well, also as a for list component. So that means I am able to successfully set the base path in my using the base href element in Angular, right? So if you click on inspect element, go to the sources tab, you can see all my folders now, the CSS images, so these are the images and the CSS and all these files folders are available inside my relative path or under the base path folder called coding knowledge. Earlier it was available under the root folder, root URL, but now it will be available in my subfolder or a base path, that is coding knowledge, right? So let's go to my next description. So also there is another way how to do it. We need to update the angular.json for base href. Okay, we can configure the base href within our angular.json file under the build options for my project. This will apply the base href element during the build process, which is relevant for the deployment. So this is the real-time scenario whatever I will discuss now. So this is the line we need to add in angular.json. So before that we need to undo our changes in the using Control C, go to the angular.json. Okay, so here guys, you notice that is inside the build there is options. Inside options we need to add this line, right? So that is base href. In the double quotation we need to add the base path using base href, that is / coding knowledge and /. Okay, let's close this. So next step, we need to undo my changes in index.html, which I already done. Next step is we need to execute the same command, right, to set the base path. So go to the terminal, new terminal, and execute. So guys, I'm able to see my base path is whatever we have set in base href in angular.json. If you click every list, the base path is created, coding knowledge / list. If you click on create, the base path is created, coding knowledge / create. Okay, now if you right click on inspect element, go to sources tab. Okay, now I can see inside the base path I'm able to see my all these folders. Okay, so you can see, right? So also you can see this component list, right? So same way, if you click on create, go to inspect element, sources tab. So you can see in this base path folder subfolder I'm able to see all my files. Also it's showing the URLs here because I am click on this create, so that it will create the URL also here. So I'm able to successfully implement the base path or customize the URL in my Angular, so that when we deploy our folders in a production server or any lower environment servers, so we can put our files in this folder, and we are able to set the base path to the URL. Okay, now this is the process how to set base path using base href element in Angular. So point 4, we need to check sources tab using inspect element to check all the files and folders under base path, which I already shown you, right? Click on inspect element, go to sources tab, and I'm able to see this base path under the root folder, under root URL, right? Under root URL, localhost port number 4200, inside I'm able to see this base path coding knowledge. Okay, so I'm go to my yeah, so that's all about the steps to set the base path in using Angular. So let's go to my presentation. So what is base href element? So set the base path using the base href element. The base path tells the Angular router how to compose the navigation URLs. The browser uses the base href values to prefix relative URLs when reference to the CSS files, scripts, and images. And these are the commands to make URLs relative to the base path. Okay, which I already discussed in my notes section. So guys, that's it for today. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.